behind me when I do these videos. And today I don't have a food truck behind me and I'm not out in public because I'm working on an insurance quote for some food trucks. And I am so riled up today. Okay, I have to tell you. So I'm going to put my insurance agent hat on. I'm not going to wear my food truck loving hat today. So today I want to talk to you from the insurance side of my life. Okay, and here's why I'm riled up. So I'm working on the commercial auto. Okay, that is the insurance policy that covers the driving exposure. Okay, so when you have a food trailer and it is pulled by a truck, you have to have the truck and the trailer on the commercial auto policy because a personal insurance policy will not cover that vehicle when it's covering the trailer. Okay, so I hope that kind of clarifies that. So let's start there. I'm working on a food truck trailer, a truck with a trailer, and this is a brand new business. So the owner of this has just bought this beautiful trailer, has a used truck, and has only been in business for a couple of months and is finally kind of lining up the insurance. Now, I will tell you, normally it is recommended you get the insurance before you begin operating, but sometimes that doesn't happen, and sometimes a client will come to me and they've already started operating. So here's why I'm pissed off today. I am pissed off because I am trying to find really good coverage at a good rate for this client. Okay, now by good rate, I'm not trying to find it dirt cheap, like as in non-existent, because I need to adequately cover my client. I want to make sure that when they're out there in public, when they're at events or they're parked in their normal spot or whatever the case may be, or they're driving, I want to make sure that they're covered. I don't want to leave them with any gaps in coverage, which could cost them a lot of money, even their livelihood, in a lawsuit. So I need to make sure that my client has $1 million combined single limit for bodily injury and property damage, as well as uninsured motorists. Now, here's what you need to know. If you're going to do events, or you're going to go out to food truck parks or things like that, they usually have minimum requirements on the insurance. Typically, that's $1 million combined single limit. Now, when I say combined single limit, what I mean is on your auto policy, if you look at your personal auto policy and you see it says BI/PD. BI stands for bodily injury, PD stands for property damage. And most commonly, we're used to seeing these divided by a number. So I'm going to write this and show you what I mean. And I hope that it doesn't go backwards. If it goes backwards on the screen, I apologize, but you should still be able to get it, okay? So normally when you see your bodily injury and your property damage written on an insurance policy, it might look like this, okay? Now, it might be backwards in my camera. The state of California, on your personal auto policy, this is called state minimums. This is $15,000 per person for bodily injury, $30,000 total, okay, total for bodily injury, so for the entire accident. And this last number represents the property damage. Now, don't laugh. In California, we still have $5,000 as the minimum limits, and yet the average brand new car is $39,000. Okay? So if you have $5,000 worth of property damage and you get into an accident, it's your fault, you're going to be paying out of pocket. Okay? But that's on a personal policy. Okay? On a commercial, now you can get this on a personal policy as well. It's called combined single limit. You see it written like this. Okay? Combined single limit. On a commercial policy, we need, excuse my zeros are going off the page here, okay? We need $1 million in combined single limit for bodily injury, property damage, okay? And this is the way it would look. That's the way it looks on the policy, okay? I'm getting techie here because I'm just pissed off. I'm like, ha! So, I'm working on this client. I'm trying to find him adequate coverage. Now, he needs to be able to go to events. He needs to be able to park in his spot and meet requirements. So I need $1 million combined single limit. He's a brand new venture. I have a carrier that has fantastic rates. So I go to quote it, and guess what? I'm picking $1 million combined single limit, and what's it tell me? Not acceptable. Not acceptable. So I call underwriting. Hello, Mr. Underwriter. What the hell? What gives? Why are you not letting me pick $1 million combined single limit? Mr. Underwriter says, have they been in business 2 years? No, they have not. And Mr. Underwriter says, well, Mrs. Insurance Agent, since they don't have 2 years in business with 1 year of prior commercial insurance with no lapses, we're not going to give them $1 million combined single limit. In fact, we're only going to give them $500,000 of combined single limit. And I'm like, the powers that be need to sit down. This is ass backwards. The newer the business, the more coverage they need, not the less coverage they need. How are they supposed to do business? So we're going to leave them to hang them out to dry, make them, cough up more money, if they have a loss because they can't get adequate coverage. Not to mention the fact that nobody's going to accept this certificate of insurance and let them attend events or park in, food truck parks or anything like that. So what good is this policy? Well, let me tell you, my friends. This policy is only good if you happen to know the person where you're parking your truck and they don't require minimum limits. It lets you do business. That's it. That's literally it. It won't even satisfy some of the bank's requirements. So if you have a loan on your trailer, the bank may require that you have higher limits. So this policy, it's a piece of doo-doo in my brain. Piece of doo-doo. And I'm pissed off. So, you know what I'm thinking? Besides chucking my papers, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, I got to tell you guys. I think it's only fair as the insurance agent to explain to you, food truck operators, and those of you that are brand new, that are thinking you're going to buy a truck and a trailer. And sometimes I see that people think, well, a trailer is cheaper than a whole truck. I've just seen some conversations about this recently, the difference, between buying a truck and a trailer. So if you're brand spanking new, you just start a food truck and you buy a truck and a trailer or just a truck, whichever, and you're brand new and you don't have 2 years in business and 1 year of insurance, commercial insurance for 1 year, there are some companies that won't take you. And you should know that. It pisses me off as the agent. Anyway, so rant over. That's what I wanted to tell you guys today. If you don't have 2 years in business and 1 year of commercial business insurance, the markets for your commercial auto insurance just get smaller. So if you've got a commercial auto policy, you need to take a look. You need to take a look because look at your policy. Does it say, let me get my marker again. Does it say something like this? Let me find a page I can write on. Okay. If your insurance policy says this, 300 CSL, that's 300,000 combined single limit. If it says then just know, my friend, if you have this, if you have any one of these limits, you have a poo-poo policy. That's all I'm going to say. Poo-poo. Your policy is the dookie, and I'm not happy with it. You should have $1 million combined single limit. That's what you need. Every operator needs that. Anyway, okay, truly, seriously, my rant is over because the more I talk about it, the more pissed off I'm going to get. So anyway, that is my episode today. My 365-day food truck video challenge today is not in front of a food truck, but it's in the midst of working on a food truck insurance policy. So have a great day, everybody. And I'll see you for tomorrow's episode of my 365-day food truck video challenge.